Hey, I'm Nick White from Tech Fishing. Today we're going out in the water to run you through some of Lowrance's products and how it can help you during your tournaments. So with the tournament fishing, having the Lowrance units, it's a massive part of my day. So from planning the trip, you know, looking at our charts and trying to work out certain areas, working out a milk run, to obviously using on the day to find your bait fish, find those bits of structure that are hidden under the water. So, you know, on high tide you might be looking for a weed edge, or early morning like we have at the moment with that glare on the water. It's quite hard to see those weed edges and structure up on the flats, but using your side scan you can pinpoint those and direct your cast to where the fish are. Here's a prime example of what we're looking for when trying to target our flathead. So this corner here, we've got a couple little bits of structure with some moorings and some old trees that are sunk on the bottom. Quite flat through this section, but as you can see, we've got a heap of bait fish. So this little section here, obviously some fish here, and this would all be prawns along the bottom. So this sort of like a carpet sort of return, where you get those softer colours with your reds and blues coming through. They're prawns, really dense in along the bottom. And then as you can see along this edge, like we've got bait up high, you know, bait stacked in along the bottom, little bait balls now out through this side. So trying to locate those masses of bait is a prime place to look for those flatties. So when targeting big fish, the side scan is probably the feature I rely on the most. So obviously fishing a lot of shallower water, you can range that side scan out, you know, up to sort of 30-40 meters and still get that clarity up on the flats. So picking out the weed edges, looking obviously for your sunken rock bars and sunken timber, any sort of structure that breaks the bottom or breaks the current, that's going to hold your big fish. So they're the things we're sort of looking for, trying to pinpoint those, use our waypoints, mark them, and then we can come back and fish them efficiently. We'll just come up onto this flat here now. We've got a couple little weed patches and clumps out to the side here. We're actually up in a little channel, and we've got some weed starting in over here, and we've got some bait fish coming through here as well. So sort of prime location, up a little drain on a run out tide like this, and yeah, look for these little patches that are sort of look out of place. I guess anything that's out of place is usually some sort of structure, and that structure or change in the bottom is always gonna hold our fish as well. As you can see here, we've got some weedy clumps just on the edge, so a lot of broken ground, which is prime for our flathead. So not really dense weed, but broken bits of bottom, which give the flathead, you know, positions to lie in around, and obviously when it's stacked with bait, they're going to be up there feeding as well. Using our Trackback feature, it's probably one of the most valuable features on the unit. So basically you can stop and pause any part of your sonar, down scan or structure scan, look back through your history, use your cursor and actually pinpoint those locations. So that way we can navigate back and once again direct our cast to that perfect location where those fish are hiding. So we've just got another school of fish here. Our Trackback feature is one of the best tools you got. So even if targets go off the screen or you weren't paying attention at the time, you can come in and look back through your history, put your cursor right where that school of fish are, hit your waypoint key, come in and select an appropriate icon. So we'll use a fish icon, and we've now pinpointed exactly where that school is. We can navigate back and cast a few lures in there, see if we can get a bite. So typical screen setup on a tournament day. I'm lucky enough to have 2 units on the boat at the helm, but I would run a 3-way split on one unit with my down scan, sonar and side scan, and then my other unit's dedicated for charting. So we'll run different charting with your shaded relief, and then our high-res bathy, and also use our satellite imagery to pick up where our weed beds are and our different channels in the banks as well. I'd be lost without my Lowrance units on the water. I rely on them, you know, every part of the tournament day. So whether it's navigating from your spot and making sure you don't end up high and dry on a bank, obviously to looking through and pinpointing those prime locations. So one of the cool things with Lowrance, they've got a range of units to suit all budgets. So you can start off with your entry-level units with your hook reveals, stepping up into the Elite FS, which is a great bang for buck unit, which all touchscreen, high-res screens, and then if you wanted to network a few units and a bit higher quality, that's where you can step into your HDS, and yeah, the resolution and the networking capabilities are massive with that. So yeah, something to suit every budget and something to get you out on the water and get into a few fish. So if you're new to the Flathead Classic and new to using marine electronics, don't overcomplicate things. Obviously, keep it simple. Use your charting. It's probably one of your best friends, especially while navigating through, you know, the broadwater and jump and pin areas. There's lots of little channels and sandbanks that you don't want to end up on. But yeah, put the time and effort in, learn how to use your side scan and rely on your charting as well. Need to be up in there. See all the birds up in there? Lowrance has been a valued partner with the Gold Coast Flathead Classic for a number of years, so those guys have been a big supporter of the comp. They always put up a lot of prizes, and it's always good to see, you know, a lot of guys walk away at the end, you know, walking out with boxes and a big smile on their face. So yeah, support the guys that support the comp, and yeah, get yourself a Lowrance on your boat.